Orbtitsl Energy is the love child of our Discord, running 300% since we first spoke about it. We have all been topping up, so let's dive right into how Orbital Energy are set to dominate the green energy sector. Orbital Energy is not slowing down when it comes to dominating the green energy market in America. With how the US is aiming to improve and invest into greener energy solutions, comes the need for greener infrastructure. OEG is a perfectly posed company that is well suited to work on a variety of the country's needs as the infrastructure needs updating. OEG operates under three segments, including orbital gas systems, orbital power services, and orbital solar services, with the latter being the most lucrative, but the former providing expert diversification in the field. I am bullish. Look at this. We have price targets of $16.50, $750 million of contracts in the last month alone, an expanding workforce across the US and the UK, and a bullish exec who bought 1.2 million shares on Thursday. But I have to tell you, one of my main bull points about this company is the AAA, double star, quadruple whammo jammo news that has just been released. The huge deal that was struck last month, and only really spoken about on a surface level, is that OEG is partnering with the Black Sunrise Half Century Fund and Aecon Lighting America as the exclusive EPC for North American solar projects. For those who don't know, Aecon, yes, the singer, announced that Orbital Solar Services is partnering with Aecon Lighting America on Black Sunrise Half Century to decommission coal-fired power plants throughout the United States and convert them into utility-scale solar energy farms. Orbital will be providing the full EPC services, and in choosing Orbital, BSF considered Orbital's technical innovation and support capabilities. This includes OSS's proven track record in executing over 40 solar projects in excess of 600 megawatts with more than 50 years combined experience in delivery and management of both commercial and renewable energy construction projects. Now, these guys speak incredibly high of Orbital, and with this being incredibly closely tied to the government, this is a huge shoo-in for OEG on working on upcoming and future projects. And in an interview with Aecon, yes, again the singer, stated that this is the first of many. Over the next 3 years, BSF expect to build over 1 gigawatt of solar power with a beginning investment of $725 million. But what about my favourite bull stance? James O'Neill, CEO of Orbital, is an absolute powerhouse in the industry. Excuse the pun. He recently, over a 17-year period, grew Quanta Services into a Fortune 500 enterprise with $7 billion in annual revenue at its peak. Now, why does this matter? Well, anyone who is in the Discord or an avid viewer of the channel knows that I love a good management team. Quanta Services in many ways is similar to Orbital Energy, being an infrastructure company. So with this direct movement, James brings contacts, a wealth of knowledge, and the experience needed to grow Orbital like he did Quanta Services. But we don't just stop there. William Clough, who has served on the board of directors since 2006, is the man we have to thank for the strategic acquisitions of a lot of the companies under Orbital's umbrella. Mr. Clough steered the company through its 2012, 2013 and 2017 equity raises and its listing on the Nasdaq capital market in 2012, which was a notoriously rough time in Orbital's lifespan. But what does this equate to in layman terms? Well, it simply means Orbital Energy is incredibly resilient. It's poised to grow, and it doesn't lose stock price based on news that many other companies would buckle under. Orbital has had 2 offerings recently, one of which closed in the last few months, and it caused almost no change to the stock price. And with another registered offering in the pipeline, we see once again the solidarity of the shareholders. Now, I feel like when talking about Orbital and more broadly green energy, we have to talk about America's new stance on green energy. With the election of Joe Biden, a push towards environmental protection will push the stock as the US moves to build upon its aging infrastructure. And here are some of the absolutely incredibly eye-opening facts about America's current infrastructure. 70% of power transformers are 25 years or older, 60% of circuit breakers are 30 years or older, and 70% of transmission lines are 25 years or older. Just as a note, power transformers have an expected life of 30 years, and circuit breakers also have a service life of 30 years. This means that an incredible amount of power infrastructure will need to be replaced and refurbished within the next 5 to 10 years if America wants to keep up to safety regulations. And with Biden in the presidential seat, we can see these being replaced and built with green energy in mind. Of course, as we have mentioned, Biden works closely with Acorn Lighting and the Black Sunrise Half Century Fund, which means that with these being tied closely with the government, Orbital stands much to gain in the long run, and in my opinion will be incredibly lucrative for years to come. I am invested into Orbital Energy, and I think the company is incredible in multiple ways, as I have said, and I will be topping up as time passes. However, I am not a financial advisor. I am an independent investor who makes videos to entertain and educate people on companies that I deem interesting. I am not accountable for any investing decisions an individual makes. These videos are meant to pique interest into different companies and start off your own research. Now, with that in mind, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, I would appreciate if you could slap a like on that button and subscribe. As always, I love the constant conversation in the comments, so if anything has piqued your interest, let me know. But for now, this is DD-Bae signing